Okay, can you please confirm that you can see my screen?
Yeah, teacher, I can see it.
Okay, perfect. Well, thank you very much for joining um, to this class. I know it's very early, so I appreciate that. Um, so today we're going to be practicing our reading skill, and we are going to be reading an article, or it's more like a research about millennials in the workplace. So before we start, how are you? How was your week? How was work? How's everything?
My day coming along well. My day it's coming along well. I have been tied up with uh, a lot of stuff about my work, about my study, because not only study at the university but also in another institute. But mm, to make a long story short, and I think it's well.
Yeah, very good. In which semester are you?
I am in second semester. I
Second
am
semester.
business. Yeah, teacher. I am business administrator. I work in the Chamber of Commerce in Bogota.
Mm.
Mm, yeah, I am in second semester. Just in
Oh,
second semester.
have you started doing like the practical classes or not yet? I think that's after third semester, right?
To be honest, I don't know, teacher, because as I mentioned before, I'm just second semester. I don't know
Mm-hmm.
what is
Yeah,
the
because well, I know that the curriculum changed, but when I started in the second or third semester. I'm not quite sure. So I was wondering if you were already doing that.
it's difficult. I don't know, give practice or have
Um,
practice in second semester. I don't know because I
I
know.
don't think it's difficult, but it requires you a lot of time. A lot of
I
time.
don't I don't mention about the time. Perhaps about is the level of English you need to
Yeah.
have to,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know how to ask a people. Maybe if you don't have the level to teach, try
Yeah.
to give a practice. Yeah, it's
Yeah.
crazy.
It is crazy. I don't know how people do it without knowing English. I will be freaking out. But yeah, it
Teacher,
requires a lot of time. Yeah,
teacher, I don't know. Because my English isn't good enough yet,
I
and
think it is. I think you will be very, very, very fine. Very, very good. Yeah, don't worry. Like, you will see when you get to the practical classes that your English is very good. You will see that.
teacher, but it's crazy. I don't know about the practice in this
Mhm.
career.
Yeah. Um, check your curriculum. You are in the new one, so I'm not sure. But I remember I started on the third semester. Yeah, like practical classes.
Yeah, teacher, I will check it out after
Mm-hmm.
this class because I
Yeah,
feel fear.
yeah.
I feel it,
Just
teacher.
just to let you know, check your practical like career classes
Thanks,
to make
teacher.
sure and you organize your time. It's like a tip because I didn't know when I was in third semester, I was like working for a call center and that requires a lot of time. And I was like, what am I going to do? So
Yeah,
just to
teacher.
plan ahead. Mm-hmm.
As for me, I don't have the time because all day I work in my
Yeah.
stuff. But
Mm-hmm.
awesome.
Yeah. Yeah. Um, Are you talking?
No, teacher.
Okay. I thought that you were talking and my internet cut off. I was like, hello? Okay. Okay. Well, I'm glad that you're doing well. Check your practical classes and try to organize your next year. Hopefully everything will work out well with your schedules and everything. Um, Hi Wilmer, good morning. How are you?
Good morning, teacher. I'm pretty good. And you?
Good, good. Thank you for connecting to the class. I know that it's early, so I really appreciate that you guys are here. I hope you already drink coffee, so you can have a little bit of energy in this class. And we are going to start. I was talking with Wilson a little bit, catching up a little bit. But yeah, so today we are going to talk about millennials in a workplace. And it's going to be a very interesting topic, and I'm excited to hear your opinions and your perspective of this topic that we are going to talk. So, Wilson, can you please help me reading the goal of the class?
Yeah, teacher. By the end of the lesson, student will understand key ideas about millennials at work, identify specific details in a text, discuss workplace preference and values, use vocabulary related to work and business.
There you go. So, yeah, we're going to learn vocabulary related to work and business. We're going to identify specific details and ideas in about millennials at work, and we will discuss our preferences or values in our workplace. So before we start, of course, we have the warm-up discussion. So I want you guys to like read these questions and think about a possible answer. You can answer just one of this, or two, or three. It's up to you. We have the flexibility that there are not that many students, so we can talk a little bit more. So I will give you guys 1 minute to think about your answers, and then we'll come back and answer, okay? Okay, so what is important for you in a job? Do you prefer money, flexibility, or job satisfaction? And do young people today think differently about work? Who wants to answer first?
Okay, teacher me.
Okay, which one do you want to answer?
Okay, what is important for you in a job?
Mhm.
For me, it is important the responsibility, the
Mhm.
the values in the job because in this case, yeah, it is significant part of the like as humans, yeah. Every day works, yeah, work. In this case, to get money, to get our resources, yeah. For me, is important. I said it before, the responsibility, the values, the ethical aspects, yeah, like ethical aspects, and maybe the cal, yeah, because in this case, I will consider there there will have more aspects, but for me, um, what said it before. is an essential and important. Yeah, for me, this is important. Responsibility, values, ethical aspects, um,
Mm-hmm.
the calm. Yeah. Answer the second question. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah.
All the questions. Yeah. See,
Sorry, what did you say?
all the questions. Yeah.
If you want, you don't have to. You already answered one, so if you just want to answer
Or
one, it's okay. Yeah, it's up to you.
my classmate Wilson
Yeah,
take tour.
yeah, yeah.
Okay.
Thank you very much, Wilmer. I think it's very important ethical aspects uh in a job. For me, that's very, very important. But how can you not think about money and flexibility, right? So I want to hear Wilson' opinion or answers.
Okay, teacher. In a nutshell, teacher, I think for me the most important thing in a job is perhaps the balance between professional growth and a healthy environment.
Mm-hmm.
For instance, in my job, I have the opportunity to work and at the same time study. And
Mm-hmm.
for example, at the moment I work and at the same time I hear your class. I value a workplace that use, for example, modern technology.
Mm-hmm.
mm, and I like this one. About the second question, regarding the second question, always think money is necessary for stability. You work for a reason, yeah. You work for your family, you work for many reasons. But I believe flexibility and your job satisfaction are more important in the long run, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because
Yeah.
if you are satisfied with your work, you are more productive and more creative. And as I mentioned before, in the long run, it's good for the your environment or your enterprise or your company. Yeah, flexibility is also essential. Mm, I know, as I mentioned before, work and the same time study, and for me, it's awesome because I handle my responsibilities and business, and at the same time, and despite of or even though high salary cannot replace the peace of mind. Mm,
Mm-hmm.
because I don't know, I think it's the most important. Regarding the third question, mm, let me think. All things considered,
Mm-hmm.
I think in the past people often stay, people tending to stay in the company for 3 years just for security. Maybe don't like the idea to take risks. And
Mm-hmm.
today, young people, I don't know, view the work as a part of their all their identity of their life. Yeah, I don't know. I like the idea you work in your environment and try to find the best option for work and your exploit your abilities, not just a way to pay bills or your to care your family or something like that. I think it's more about a purpose, social impact, and work-life balance. Despite of many people, I like the idea to be, I don't know, how to say it's a, mm, I don't remember, I don't recall well, teacher. Let me see, yes, mm, influencers.
Yeah.
Many people tend to do this as a way of work. I think that's the way, but when you find a good, I don't know, entrepreneur, I like this idea. I think this is it, teacher.
Okay. Well, very interesting and different perspectives about each question. I really appreciate that you guys answered. Uh, well, yeah, I feel that like I agree with what both of you say. Like I know that money is important, but long term, if you're stressed all the time, it will affect so much your health that you will not be end up even enjoying the money that you earn because you will be sick, right? So it's a very interesting topic, different and different points of view. Um, but we will get more into the topic and the details later. So now we're going to guess the meaning of these sentences. So Wilmer, can you explain what work-life balance is? If you don't know what it is, let me know. But do you know what work-life balance is? And if you do, can you explain it?
In this case, according to this term, I understand the meaning of this term, teacher. For me,
Mhm.
work-life balance is the same case to be um, a good person with balance between I don't know, personal life or job. Um, even took routines, um, personal job, job, the majority of the cases, personal life, taking care of kids, and any familiar I don't know. For me,
Mhm.
this term refers to be a person with so much organization, yeah. I don't know, work in a company, schedule the sessions, the meetings, the job, an organization in the house. Yeah, for me, I don't know how to explain this term, but I consider refers to be, yeah, I said it before, a person with responsibility, um, I don't know, such as job as personal life in this case. Work-life balance is it is the balance between personal life and life in the job, and keeping in mind some aspects like mm, sorry teacher.
It's
I
okay.
run out I ran out works. But
It's
in a few
okay.
works is balance between job and personal life.
There you go. Thank you very much, Wilbur. I appreciate your long explanation and your short explanation too. Thank you. Wilson, can you explain what is employee retention? Do you know what is employee retention?
Yeah, teacher. I use this word in my job. In a nutshell, teacher, because I don't like a lot of words.
Mhm.
Mm, in business is, I don't know, is the possibility or ability, maybe a company or organization to keep its employees, yeah, and prevent them from leaving the company, yeah. When
Mhm.
a company have, for example, a good employers or promising employees, uh,
Mhm.
tend to retain, usually offer good benefits, maybe with a positive environment, a good salary, and maybe opportunities to grow in educational or something like that. Is the idea.
Mhm. Yeah,
This
there
is
you go. Yep. Yeah, that's pretty much the explanation. It's like how a company prevent that employees resign, and they like incentive them by giving them rewards if they have like um good results in their jobs. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Wilmer, can you explain what is a flexible schedule?
Okay, flexible schedule refers to to work according to the personal situation of the people, yeah. I don't
Mhm.
know. I don't know how to explain, but in this case refers to work, yeah, according to the personal life of the person. I don't know if maybe if the person needs to work in the morning due to the house personal things, or maybe if the person needs to work in the afternoon because in the morning have to do another things. I don't know, but depends on the context of the person.
Mhm. Yeah, it depends. Like for example, in jobs, it's like flexible schedule. Like I just work 4 hours, and then the rest of the day I can focus on the study. So you have a flexible schedule where you can just like do something else besides work in your day. What about career development? Do you know what is career development, Wilson? And if you do, can you explain it?
Mm, yeah, teacher.
Mhm.
All things considered, I think is the idea mm, we can grow and progress as an employee or something freelancer uh, within a company or maybe in a personal way or profession. Maybe this can include learning new skills or maybe responsibility and the idea to be promoted to higher position in the long run.
Mhm. Yeah, it's pretty much like growing in your career. There are some companies that like they even offer you to pay for your studies so you can like grow in their company and like yeah, kind of like escalate your career. What about ethics, Wilmer? What do you think ethics is? You mentioned it before.
In this case, for me, ethics, okay, I know the meaning. In this case,
Mhm.
refers to hmm, to be morally justifiable because in this case, we can't assimilate this term with the values, with the moral too. Yeah, ethics refers to be polite, respectful with the
Mhm.
workers, with my coworkers, with my boss, with another people generally. Ethics refers yeah to be a good person, to have
Mhm.
a mentality where have to keep in mind some aspects about our society in a good way and respectful way.
Mhm. Yeah, it's very much based on our values and our morals and how we will react or act in our workplace based on our ethics and morals, right? That was a good explanation. Thank you. And Wilson, do you know what turnover is? And if you do, can you explain it?
Mm, let me see. Teacher, I make a long story short, I think this is the opposite of rotation. Yeah. Maybe it's the
Mm-hmm.
idea when company replace for new people. Yeah. I maybe
Yeah.
when don't see your abilities or maybe you don't see promising employees tend to rate and maybe change employees in the company.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So
Is it?
turnover have a lot of meanings in like the work vocabulary. Turnover can it is like exactly what you said, but also uh it is used to like kind of like see how good the company is doing, like the profit, like the sales profit, like the money that is receiving. So it has that meaning too. It depends on the context, but it has a lot of meanings in the workplace vocabulary. Well, thank you very much. I know that it was like um knew the fact that I was asking you guys to explain the vocabulary, but I think that when you are in these type of situations, you kind of like have to think about the meaning of these sentences, and in some kind of way, it gets stuck in your mind. So I hope this was helpful for you. That you guys have to like kind of like explain to yourself the meaning of these sentences. So thank you. Now we are going to read. So, Wilmer, can you read the background? Then Wilson, can you read the research? Wilmer, can you read the key findings? And then Wilson, can you read the recommendations? So, Wilmer, you start with the background.
Okay, teacher. Millennials in the workplace. Background. Millennials, those were between the early 1980s and the early 1990s, make up a huge part of our workforce, but they seem to lack loyalty to the companies and the leaders they work for. Multinational companies are noticing large turnover rates of millennials as employee retention rates fall. This report looks at the findings of two large-scale surveys of the mindset of the millennials generation and explores how organizations can start to address these needs, increase employee engagement, and encourage retention.
Okay, teacher, it's my turn. In a global survey conducted by PricewaterhouseCoopers, more than 40,000 millennials born between 1983 and 1993 and non-millennial response were collected on the topics of workplace cultures, communication and working style, pay structure, career development, work-life balance, etc. In a separate global survey conducted by Deloitte, more than 10,000 millennials participated in a study about their perception of the threats and opportunities in the complex world of work.
Key findings. Millennials are as committed to their work as at their more senior college. Millennials value interesting work and a good work-life balance. They do not believe the excessive work demands are worth sacrifice in their personal life. Millennial, millennials want flexibility in their working hour and are willing to give up pay increase and promotions for a flexible working schedule. They believe that success should be measured by productivity and not by the number of hours they are seen in an office. Millennials want to feel supported and appreciated by their company and their superiors. Millennials want more opportunities to develop their skills. These include technological skills, teamwork, and interpersonal skills. Millennials believe that business and business leaders should contribute to the improvement of society, and they are more likely to be loyal to a company with a strong ethics.
Okay, recommendation. Organizations and managers waiting to retain millennials should consider monitoring their work-life and satisfaction level with their work-life balance, creating a flexible work culture where employees have more control over their working hours and their work location, providing meaningful work and interesting opportunities, offering help and support in continuing professional development, changing the organization goal from being mainly about profit making to motivate and address social concerns and solve wider societal problems.
There you go. Thank you very much for reading. What do you guys think about this article? Was this new information? I have to say that when I read the article, the research, I was kind of surprised because I don't know if it is just Colombia, but there's like this mentality or opinion that millennials or young people nowadays, they don't want to work and they are just lazy. But based on this like research, it seems that it's very different than that perspective. So what do you think about this article? Was it new? Did you already knew about this?
For me, the article expressed an interesting opinion according of generations, yeah, current generations with the millennials in this case. For me, this article represents a critical opinion about that. I consider in my own works, my own opinion, my own talk, that millennials was the were the best generations in our history. Yeah, because it's like saying the point where the work the work changes in this case. Yeah, in that period, the work started to change in several aspects, overall context, and maybe I don't know rules about our society. We can express in this case, for example, the technology. The technology, according to this, technology has evolved a lot since that period. Technology currently we have phones, device, um, read new technology about connections such as internet, um, social media too. Yeah, in that period, I consider 40 years ago. Yeah, 40 years ago, um, the life was completely different in this case because people only worried about their lifestyle. Yeah, I've been watching some documentaries, some movies, and I've been listening and this kind of music. I don't know how. I don't remember this kind of music. I maybe it's retro. It is retro. I'm not sure about that. But according to this, I consider this article express an opinion about the lifestyle, a lifestyle of this person. Enjoy, I don't know, maybe the the life went they working in the company and how's working in that period and maybe the the routines in this period were completely different. So for me, mm, this period or millennials have an important role in our society because some surveys, according to some surveys, where I watch some documentaries or read some articles on internet and demonstrated that the majority of the people or our country or another country around our work would prefer to live again this period. Yeah, because in a few words we can say or we can suppose the work-life balance in this case was perfect, and there weren't worries about that. There weren't enough problems about that. And our society was so so much organized that I consider is the best period. Yeah, we we can take some aspects of this period because mm, through of this period, we can analyze and apply maybe some aspects of this period in our currently life. Yeah, currently life for me request um, to be more flexibility. Yeah, and in that period, I consider the flexibility was was perfect, and it was perfectly organized in this case. For me, these articles has an important opinion, interesting ideas, an idea that that says this period is um, is um, is the period that we can take some parts to bring or to arrive at a specific point or current life. So for me, this is an interesting article, teacher.
Great. Thank you very much for sharing your opinion. Um, it is very interesting. I I had uh, I still think that no, I still think now, but I used to think that there were more research or studies that would prove that young people don't want to work, but this was very helpful to read. So based on what we just read, we're going to answer the following questions. So the first one, this report is based on the finding of on how many surveys? 2, 6, 4,000, 5,000. How many surveys did they do?
$10,000?
Yeah.
Teacher, I think it's A2.
You think it's 2?
A
Yeah, okay. So the 10,000 and the 4,000 are the participants, but the surveys were two. One made by Deloitte and the other one was made by PricewaterhouseCoopers. So the answer is 2. I know these questions can be a little bit tricky, just to let you know, guys. Um, so that's why we need to be like more focused on the specific details that they ask for. This report was done for organizations that want to get rid of millennial employees, have higher turnover rates, prove that millennials are more difficult than non-millennials, and increase the job satisfaction of the millennials who are working for them.
It's letter D. Increase the job satisfaction of the millennials who are working on them.
Can you explain why?
I agree, teacher.
Okay. And
Because in the bad work section of the test, it said something like they need to increase employee engagement and maybe encourage retention.
yeah, here. Okay. According to the report, which of the following will millennials be happy to do? Give up family time on the weekends to finish a work project, sacrifice pay so that they can work shorter hours, be left to find their own development opportunities, or be committed to their company profit-making motives.
Letter B, teacher.
You said B?
Yeah, teacher.
Okay. Do you agree, Wilmer?
Yeah, teacher. I agree.
Okay. Yes, so they pretty much are saying, I don't know, where was it? Da-da-da-da-da-da. I think it was here. Mm, mm, mm. Where is it? Yeah, here. Millennials want flexibility in their working hours and are willing to give up pay increases and promotions for a flexible working schedule. So yeah, it is letter B. According to the report, which of the following will promote millennials' loyalty to their company? Better structures, more opportunities for promotion, a more regular working schedule, the company's commitment to the greater of a good society.
It's letter D. The company is committed to create a good society. Sorry, teacher.
Bless you. Bless you, or I don't know if it was a sneeze, but bless you. Wilmer, do you agree that it is letter D?
Hmm, let me think.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, D.
D?
Yeah.
Yeah, actually says here, yeah. Changing the organization goals from being mainly about profit making to motivates that address social concerns and solve wider societal problems. Apparently, millennials, they are more interested in the whole picture of the impact of this company in the society than just their workplace. And the last one, if managers wants to keep their millennial employees happy, they should avoid giving them feedback on the work they are doing, giving them options to work from home, have them develop the technological skills of the non-millennials, and promote the importance of remaining loyal to the company.
Maybe again D. Yes?
You said D?
Yeah, for me.
What do you think, Wilson? Do you agree?
Teacher, I think it's letter B.
Okay. Can you explain why?
Why letter B?
Yeah.
Because the idea to create a flexible work culture, maybe
Mm-hmm.
working hours and their work location.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and Wilmer, why do you say letter B? D, sorry.
Because I remember I read in some part where the loyal in this case
Mm-hmm.
could be a key part in this issue.
Well, this was a very tricky question, honestly, because it doesn't say specifically the options that you just said, but when we read, yeah, when we read the key findings in here, we can assume that they are talking about working from home. They believe that success should be measured by the productivity and not by the number of hours that are seen in the office. So this is pretty much talking like the productivity that they can have, no matter if it is in the office or in their home. They should be measured just by the productivity and not by the hours that they are seen in an office. So in this case, it will be letter B, giving them options to work from home. Okay, so do you have any questions about like the vocabulary or the topic of millennials in the workplace? Or was everything clear?
No, teacher, so far is clear.
Perfect. Okay, so now we're going to do the wrap-up activity. So each of you are going to choose one sentence and you are going to complete it with your own opinion. So who wants to start?
Okay, teacher, me.
Okay. So which one do you want to complete?
I choose the most important thing for me in a job is my hmm, my health because mm, personal of my personal opinion because my personal opinion is the people generally works a lot. So to summarize this, because the health, particularly our mentality, mm, must must be calm and relaxed during the work.
Okay. There you go. Thank you. Wilson, which one do you want to answer?
Let me see, perhaps all. The first one, the most important thing for me in a job, it think is flexibility because it helps me manage my time between my business, my university class, and my daily routine. And the second one, I think millennials are hard workers who care more about a good environment and clear values that you just making a lot of money. And the last one, I think, let me see, mm, regarding this article, people will prefer a flexible schedule over a pay rise, showing that time it's more valuable than money for many workers. This is my idea, teacher.
There you go. Thank you very much. Um, this is pretty much the end of the class. So, um, again, thank you for joining, for connecting, and for participating of the activities. I really appreciate that. And yeah, I hope to see you next week or later. And I hope you guys have a great day today. I send the attendance link in the chat to the chat.
Okay, teacher, thank you so much. Bye.
Thank you, Wilmer. Have a good day.
Thanks, teacher. God bless you. Have a good one.
Amen. God bless you. Bye bye.